This is the highest level of revenge. The man did not choose to kill him with a knife, but wanted to completely transform him into a woman. Then he takes him to the operating table, the man underneath a crazy operation, and then a piece of artificial skin on her body, because women's skin are all like solid grease. When the man wakes up, he realizes that he has lost his manhood, which makes Roy feel instantly desperate. Just then, Mike walks in. He brings Roy a dilator and tells him to think outside the box. Roy was shocked. "I'm like this, and you're telling me to get over it." Roy was then put on the operating table several times. Roy was transformed into a woman. In order to prevent her new skin from being damaged, Mike even customized a corset for her. It turns out that a month ago, Roy forced May to come to the grove. Mike happened to see Roy's back as he fled, and then Mike found his daughter's body in the woods. Mike then turned Roy into a woman's. Roy does as he's told, but it doesn't miss a chance to escape. But the next moment, Mike locks the door behind him. Mike locks the door securely, and he can't open it with any force. Panicked, Roy kills himself and threatens to let him go. He didn't realize that Mike was a famous surgeon. The worst thing he could do was to operate on him again. A surgeon went so far as to transform the killer into a woman alive to avenge his daughter's death. He made her watch women's programs every day, either yoga or princess dream castles, and even gave her lots of princess dresses. However, who used to be a boy, were to stand such insults, he took up the dress on the bed and tore a thin dig. Mike saw this scene on the monitor but was calm, because sooner or later he would accept it. Mike is still a little more powerful than Roy. Now Roy practiced yoga every day following the TV, and Mike even hired a nanny to take care of his life. But whenever the nanny asked whether Roy was a man or a woman, he was sternly warned by Mike. "I don't know how long it has been, but Roy has also grown long beautiful hair. Every time he comes home, he can't help but be attracted to his work." At the critical moment, the man rushes out the door and escapes, realizing that things are going to go in an uncontrollable direction. He fires all the servants at the villa and demands that everything in the villa be kept secret. But on the day of Halloween, the nanny's son suddenly came to the door. When she saw her son coming, she hurriedly opened the door to welcome him. However, when he tried to enter the house, he was stopped because the man had just robbed a jewelry store and had come to escape from the police. The man comes home every day and looks at the woman on the monitor, simply because this woman is the one he transformed with his man. Every time he spends time with her, the man's heart races. But just as she leaves the house, an unexpected visitor breaks into the house. The nannies use the son. When the nanny prepares a nice dinner for her son, he suddenly sees a beautiful woman. Seeing this, the nanny hastily warns her son to control himself. The woman inside is not a real woman. Unexpectedly, the son covered his mouth to death. Just then, Mike's previous assistant finds him and takes out a missing person notice. It's exactly what Roy looked like before they transformed him. His coworker tells him that his mother has been searching hard for 3 years and hasn't given up until now. He tries to find Mike to ask for confirmation if this man was kidnapped by Mike, but he just pulls out a gun and aims it at his coworker, telling him to watch more TV and read more newspapers, and not to mind his own business. The coworker also had to leave first. At this point in time, the nanny is tied to a chair by her son. He made his way to Roy's room, but just then Mike arrived home in time to straighten him out dead. But I didn't realize that Roy ended Mike's life that day with a single shot while he was asleep. The end of the story, Roy thought he could live happily ever after, but when he came home, he found that his family didn't recognize him at all.